Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem multiple construction. So it was asked in Codeforces Global Round 29 for division 1 and 2. You are given an integer n. Your task is to construct an array of length 2n such that each integer from 1 to n appears exactly twice in the array. Got it? So for each integer x, when like x is from 1 to n, the distance between two occurrences of x is a multiple of x. In other words, if px and qx are the indices of two occurrences of x, then modulus of qx minus px must be divisible by x. So it can be shown that solution always exists. So we need to find out the solution. Got it? One of the arrangement we'll have to find it. Okay. So this is easy only. I'll be just telling you. Let's first take the input. So in the first, I mean, yeah, in the first line of input we have test cases. For every test case we have integer n, basically size of the array, and for the size of the array we'll have to print 2n integers that satisfy the given condition. So don't worry, I'll be telling you. Let's take the inputs and understand. So in the first example, n is 2, but let me start with n is equal to 1, then n is equal to 2, then n is equal to 3, and I'll be dealing with that. So basically what they're saying, they'll give input as n, and you will have to construct array of length which is 2n, 2 times of n, and whatever number is there in this array, like array element, this array element is greater than equals to 1, less than equals to n. If the length of the array was exactly n, then all the occurrences of the array element would have been like 1 time. N is equal to 3, so you can do 1 2 3, or you can take 1 1 1. This, but in the question they have given specific thing, like array length is 2n, and all the occurrence of array element from 1 to n is to be twice. Like 1 should be occur 2 times, 2 should occur 2 times, 3 should occur 2 times. When let's say n is equal to 1, which means your array length will be 2, and the array length element should be 1 1, because it should be from 1 to n. Here n is also n is 1 only, so your array element will be this. Now let's take n is equal to 2. When you're taking n is equal to 2, you have this as the array element, because array element has to be belonging from 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 is like 1 comma 2, and 1 is 2 times, 2 is also 2 times, that said. And let's say now n is equal to 3. So when n is equal to 3, so this is the array. Okay, because from 1 to 3 you have 1 comma 2 comma 3 as the elements, and 1 as you can see 2 times, 2 is also 2 times, 3 is also 2 times. Similarly n is equal to 4 also will deal with that. So n is equal to 4 means your element will be 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and these 4 elements has to be occurred in your array twice, and since n is 4, your array length will be 8 times. So I think this is clear. Now the main problem in the question what they've asked you is that if you take this as index 1, this is index 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you take, for every element you will have to take, every element in a sense you're taking x, and this should be from 1 till n. So whatever elements have occurred in this, it has occurred 2 times. So what is the indices? 2 is the p qx you can think of, and px is equal to 1, which means these are indices basically. Qx is index and px is index. So this has occurred at position 2, and this is occurred at position 1. Now you will have to take a modulus, which is going to be 2 minus 1, which is 1, and this should be divisible by x. Divisible by x means whatever this qx minus px, whatever you're getting, this should be divisible by x, which means it should have remained as a 0. So in this case x is 1 only, because you're taking for one element, so 1 modulo 1 is 0, so it is perfectly divisible. Now let's try to take second example. In second example, index is 4, second index is 3. So this difference is giving you 1. And modulus with you're doing element is 2. So 1 modulo 2 is 1, it is not 0. So this is not a proper arrangement. So in this way, you'll have to make sure you know arrange in such a way that the element holds good. So in contest, what I did is um, basically for n is equal to 1, there's no possible, trivially it is like 1 comma 1, only one element we have, and this is a valid arrangement because index is 2 and 1. So if you subtract it, which is 1 modulo 1 is 1 only. So in case of 2, I did this way, 2 comma 2. So when I did this way, these are indices, and difference if you take, this is 1, and modulo with this present element 1 is giving me 0. So this was fine arrangement, but here I got missed. Like 4 minus 3 is giving you 1, and if you modulus with the element which is 2, your answer is 1. It is not 0. It is not perfectly divisible. So this is not a valid arrangement. So what I did is I took 1 and then 2, then 1 and then 2, because I thought like since it is 2, so distance between them, if it is at least 2, it should be multiple of 2, not at least 2, multiple of 2. If that is the case, then it will be fine. Now this arrangement is valid because 1, if you see, 3 minus 1 is giving you 2, and modulus if you do with the element which is 1, your still remainder 0. And in this case, modulus do with the element 2, which is going to be 0, right? So this is a valid arrangement. And similarly, I took for n is equal to 3. So for n is equal to 3, I took this as 2, and after how many spaces will be there? 1 2 3 4 5 6, and now the question comes, 3 whatever you're taking, it should have multiple of 3 distances. So I started 3 from here. If let me take this also, 1 2 indexes. So it should be 3 distance previously, right? I took 1 2 third. If you place again one more 3 here, this will be a valid. 2 3 is your place. Now you take 2. Okay, I have took 2 this way, and you should be at the second position. From the 2, anywhere you can place 2 such that it should be a multiple of 2. So 1 2. So if I place 2 here, it was already 3. So again I took 3 and 4. So my 2 will be moving to at this position. When I move 2 at this position, so this is holding good. Okay, I'll be telling you now. And remaining 1, whatever I had, I placed it here, and then I placed it here. So now if you see in this case, the distance, the indices for 1 are 4 comma 2, which is 2, and it is perfectly divisible by 1. Now I took for 2, 2 is at 5, one more 2 is at 1, and this is like distance, the difference between indices is 4, and it is a multiple of 2. I took 3, which was at index 6, one more 3 was at index 3. So 3 modulus 3 is equal to 0. So it is perfectly divisible. So now what I was basically trying to do is that I took the highest number and try to put at 6, and then I just put from the right hand side. Why I put from the right hand side? Because I know that the biggest element has to be at this position only. There may be some other solution also, but I did this way. So I just try to put 3 here, so that one more 3 can be placed at a multiple distance of 3. So I placed it here. Then I took 2, and whenever I took 2, so that was clashing with this index. So that's why again I moved on. Then since I placed it, so 2 2s I placed. Now 1 I took. 1 I took at a distance of 1. This was clashing, and here it was free, so I placed it. So this is one of the valid arrangement. I'll be taking n is equal to 4, then you still understand. So these are the indices. So what I did is 4 I placed it at this position. Now the other 4 will be at a distance wherein uh, the present index minus that index is a multiple of 4. So I just moved 4 distance backward. 1, 2, 3, 4. I placed 4 here. So 2 4s are placed. Now I started with 3. So these 3 will always clash with this, because if I move right hand side, I don't have any, because right hand side all the elements I'll be placing, and left hand side only is the empty places where I need to place. So move 3 distance, 1, 2, 3. So it is clashing. Like 4 is already placed. Still you move 3 distance. 3 you have moved, 4, 5, 6. 6 is a multiple of 3, right? So you place 3 at this position. Now start with 2. Now 2 is like again clashing with this. 1, 2. Still move 3, 4. This is a 4 distance and multiple of 2. So I placed it here. 1. This is clashing with this 1, and then I move to 2. So 2 is a multiple of 1. So I placed 1 here. So this is one of the arrangement in which the given condition holds good. So if you keenly observe, so this is divided into 3 parts, right? The first part is decreasing part. Here also, as you can see, when n is 4, you always start with n minus 1 and go up till 1. Here n is 3, start with n minus 1, go up till 1. Then you print n, and then you print from 1 to n. This is in increasing order, and this is in decreasing order, and n you will be placing. Same way here also, n is equal to 3, so start with n minus 1 and it should go in decreasing order. Okay, and you will be placing printing n, and then from 1 to n you will be printing in increasing order. You can take with n is equal to 5 as well. When you take n is equal to 5, so these are the indices, right? These are the indices. Place 5 here. Move 5 distance backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 5s you have placed. Take 4. Move 4 distance backward. 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be clashing. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 distance and it is a multiple of 4. Place 4 here. Take 3. Move 3 distance backward. 1, 2, 3. Clashing. Again move 3 distance. 4, 5, 6. 6 is a multiple of 3. Place 3 here. Take 2. 1 and 2. It is clashing. 3, 4. 4 is a multiple of 2. Place 2 here. Take 1. 1 which is clashing 2. So 2 is a multiple of 1. So place 1. So in this case also, as you can see, you can divide in 3 parts. Start with n minus 1 and print the elements till 1. Then print n. Then print the element from 1 to n in increasing order. So I think you guys understood, like, this is a constructive algorithm. So in the contest, like, you'll have to try multiple ways and figure out how to solve. So yeah, let's try to something is gone. So okay, we have test cases. For every test case we have integer n. For that n we need to print the arrangement in such a way that it is valid. So as I showed on the board, that method I'll be doing. So I have test case here, and for every test case I have integer n. So as I said, take a for loop and let a number as it will be starting from n minus 1, and your number will be greater than equals to 1, because you are printing in decreasing order. Cout number. Now you need to print n. Okay, then as I said, you need to print a number from 1 to n. Once you print it, print endl for the printing the numbers in the next next line for the other test cases. So here it will give a wrong because they are expecting some order, but this is also valid answer. Let's try to submit it. So question name is multiple construction. Multiple construction. Yeah, I think this problem was bit of observation and then trying out the possible ways. So one of the possible ways I told you in this video. So yeah, it got accepted. So whenever questions comes in like A and B type of problem, just try to take the test cases and play with it, and eventually you'll be able to solve it. And if you don't, so come on the YouTube or watch the tutorials, something like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.